my beloved spiritual children, and my brothers and sisters in Islam. Today is a day of special happiness for me, as this is not only my first visit to Al-Khan, but it is also the first time in many centuries that the Imam of the time of the Ismaili Muslims has had the opportunity to see and to be in the presence of members of the Ismaili Jamaat in Al-Khan and amongst other brothers and sister Muslims. Let me repeat that this is a day of very special happiness. I am aware of all the time and effort and voluntary service which innumerable people in government service, and individuals from all walks of life have offered to make my visit in this gathering possible, and I express to all of them my warm and deep gratitude and my admiration for this collective effort. Today, the Ummah is constituted by hundreds of millions of people who are Muslim and who are bound to their faith by the Shahada, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. And yet, over the centuries of our history, have come to live in different climates, speak different languages, live in different political contexts, and who differentiate in some interpretations of their faith. Within the Ummah, the Ismaili community reflects much of the same pluralism. And I want to take this occasion, therefore, to say that whereas some might be convinced that plurality within the Islamic world is undesirable or is in some way a weakness, I would like to share with you today my conviction, my very deep conviction, that the plurality of the peoples of the Muslim world is not just an irreversible historical fact, but it is a strength for which we must be grateful, a strength that should be constructively harnessed to the building of this and other nations within the ethics of Islam. The Holy Quran says, O mankind, lo, we have created you male and female, and have made you nations and tribes, that ye may know one another. Lo, the noblest of you in the sight of Allah is the best in conduct. Lo, Allah is knower, aware. Nearly 40 years have passed since I succeeded my late grandfather to the hereditary imamate of the Ismaili Muslims. And during these 4 decades, much has been achieved, significant institutions have been created, and meaningful programs have been implemented. While it is clear that every country and every institution has its human and material limitations, as do those entities and programs under my leadership, it is also true that I wish them to serve the Jamaat in Tajikistan and those amongst whom the Jamaat lives as vigorously, as generously, as competently, and as effectively as possible. It will be our endeavor to serve the Ismaili Jamaat in Tajikistan, as well as our brothers and sisters in Islam, to overcome the problems which you face today, and inshallah to set Tajik society as quickly as possible onto a stable and vigorous course of peace and well-being. To all my spiritual children who are here today, and to all your families, wherever they may be, and some are outside Tajikistan, I give my most affectionate loving blessings And to my brothers and sisters in Islam here and in those areas of Pakistan, which I will not be visiting, be assured that my deep and heartfelt prayers are with you for your peace, your unity, and your happiness. I pray also for the eternal peace and rest of the souls of all the deceased members of your families. Kanavata, Kanavata, Kanavata.
به امت اسلام می نگرم، به این خلاصه می آیم که اگر هر کدام و یا همه این مردمان بخواهند زندگی بهتری برای خودشان در ما مسلمان هستیم، باید اختلافات را با صلحی که اخلاق مذهبمان ترغیب می کند جایگزین کنیم. ما مسلمان هستیم، باید اختلافات را با صلحی.
The Jamaat presented Hazrat Imam with gifts symbolic of their endeavor to keep the faith alive over the centuries. The rubab, a string instrument which accompanied recitals of devotional poetry known as madho. Manuscripts, including Nasir Khusro's Wajh-e-Din, which taught that the faith called for an intellectual search.
To all my beloved spiritual children, and to my Muslim brothers and sisters, at the end of this mulaqat, I convey to you my prayers for mushkil Islam, for peace, for the resolution of your worldly problems, for strength in the practice of your faith, and for unity amongst all of you. And though I will be leaving you physically, some days, remember that at all times, you're in my heart, in my thoughts, and in my prayers.
از طریق تحمل، از طریق سخاوت، از طریق بخشندگی.
اللهم صل علی محمد و آل محمد. اللهم صل علی محمد.
Within hours of this first mulaqat, in the shadow of the mountains which sheltered Nasir Khusro, occurred another moving encounter, revealing yet again